everyone, welcome back to another sketchbook tour. I know a lot of you have been really excited to see some more of my sketchbooks, and I have quite a few that I filled, so I think I can start filming them again. So before we start, I will go over the stickers because a lot of you ask where I get them made or where I buy them from, and I will leave links in the description to all of these artists' artwork. So this first one is from Fez Baker. These three are from Harry Draws. That is Lilituft, this is I Ella, this is just from a scrawler box, and this one I bought so long ago that I don't know where I got it from, so I'm sorry about that. And this last one is just one of mine, a character from Paladins Champions of the Realms. So let's get into the sketchbook tour. So first thing, I am going to have to censor my address, and then all of these are kind of just like little bits and bobs, like stamps and things that I found interesting. Again, another scrawler box sticker. These are some character designs, but I did get quite frustrated with this sketchbook. There was just something about the paper that I wasn't used to, and I did end up tearing out the last few pages, which you will see later on. Again, more character designs and outfits. Yeah, you can tell I was getting quite frustrated here. Started using watercolour more often. I actually still like these now. Again, really like this one. I had been watching a very old TV show where parents took their goth kids on like this TV show and made them normal. It was funny. I preferred them when they were goths and punks. Again, tried to do it again here, but not a fan of that. Again, this is when my hand had started to hurt really badly. I think I had some sort of repetitive strain injury, so I was trying to draw with my left hand, and it didn't actually turn out too bad. I kind of like the shaky effect of it. So I think from here, and all of these are with my left hand. Just experiments with Crayola, drawing plants in the garden. Some dragon skulls that turned into a sticker design later on. Some of Rebecca Blackwell's characters, I was just practicing drawing them for a thing that we're doing, and I'm quite happy with how these turned out. I like how her characters turned out more than I like my own in this sketchbook. Plans for the Broken Knight illustration that I did. It was just me kind of thumbnailing ideas of how I wanted the armour to look. Yeah, this is when I got really frustrated because there's something about this paper that I just don't like. It sets my teeth on edge or something, I'm just not sure. And for those of you wondering, I'm using the Sea White of Brighton sketchbooks. So I ended up being really unhappy with this, but I have bought a couple more to try and experiment and see which mediums work best with this paper. So just drawing stuff from reference, trying to draw backs and muscles. Just feeling a lot better when I drew these. I find ink and pencil works best on this, not biro, which is what I use a lot for my sketchbooks, but I decided to use different things instead. So I quite like these. These are like redesigns of old characters that I might turn into a video. Again, I really like this. This is just me working out some character designs, like the parents of one of the main characters. I really like this one in particular. Some My Hero Academia fan art. Again, biro, I feel like biro just doesn't work that nicely on this kind of paper, but everything else does, so I just had to get used to it. Or My Hero Academia. Again, plans for another painting that I haven't done yet. Takes me a long time to get round to actually drawing out the ideas that I have. I like this one, I quite like that. And this cabbage, I like how I got that purple to kind of blend into the green instead of it just laying on top. Again, another idea for a drawing. I'm not sure if I'll actually get around to painting this, as I feel like the idea's been done before quite a lot. So again, these character designs, these are called like the Mask Fae. They're from my webcomic. They haven't shown up yet, but I'm really excited for when they do. So I was just working out how to make them all look different because they have a very similar face structure, so it's very difficult to kind of make them look all individual. So I have to do it in other ways, like hairstyles and ears and markings on their faces. So hopefully they end up looking all individual. Again, I was feeling quite frustrated. A lot of this sketchbook is frustration. Again, more references. I use Pinterest a lot. I normally go to like the fitness and health section because I like all the poses and the muscles. This is like my bindweed illustration when I was first getting used to alcohol-based markers. I still really like this thumbnail. In fact, I might actually like it more than the finished piece, but I'm not sure. And now I was just seeing how I could overlay them. Yep. That was me just drawing straight with the alcohol markers. Well, I'm using pro markers for that. More frustration, and I think I was just working out what I wanted to sell for Comic Con. Some paneling ideas for fight scenes. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I feel like it still looks very stiff, but again, these are only thumbnails. I do like that though. Oh, this is when Inktober had begun. So I started off with drawing like this very detailed mermaid. I had planned to go for really intense illustrations, but it's kind of impossible to do that every single day, especially when Comic Con was coming up. That's day one, that's day two. Day two was done in a separate sketchbook, so I just stuck it in here. Yeah, that's when, about day three, I'd already had enough. So that didn't turn out really that good. I quite like that sketch, but again, just wasn't feeling it. Oh, this was day three. Again, trying to do those really intense illustrations, but I did end up being really happy with this one. But again, I was aiming to do something like this every single day, and I just don't think it was possible to keep that up. Yeah, and then just more plans. More plans, again, another Inktober that I didn't finish. Just really didn't like it. Again, not really liking these. I kind of like that idea of characters interacting, but the actual execution of it I don't like at all. It's just too rough and sketchy, which I know is the point of these sketchbooks, but this sketchbook was kind of expensive, so I wanted to save it for more finished looking sketches. Like, I don't mind doing that really sketchy stuff in like a cheaper sketchbook, but not in a sketchbook that cost £8. For those wondering, this is a character called Robin. Oh, some more outfit designs for the Masked Fae. These are some self-portraits. I was really getting frustrated. More anatomy studies. Just practicing drawing some of the main characters again. So we've got like Quinn, Gwen, Macy and Reese. Oh, wait, that's Grimm actually. I don't think I've actually said his name in the comic. I might have done. Oh, this is me referencing the classic Scooby-Doo style, because I just really like the way it looks and the way folds are drawn in the clothes. I think this was actually referenced from Mystery Incorporated, where they do like a retro episode, and it just looks really good. I really like that episode. More references, again, don't like that. I don't know, I really don't like a lot of what I've done in this sketchbook. I think these are like soccer players or football players. More football players. I do quite like these. And it was good practice. Yeah, not feeling it. This is when I got really frustrated. I was like trying everything to try and pull out of the bad art phase that I was feeling. Again, this is from another sketchbook. These are all thumbnails for drawings that I want to do in future. This one is the one that failed, the next in the Broken Knight series. I'm going to try and go back to it though, because I just really like this idea. And again, like a greenhouse and all sorts of ideas. In fact, that's probably one of my favourite pages in this sketchbook. Oh, this is life drawing at Birmingham. So these are all 30-second sketches, 1 minute. It took me, I couldn't get like the whole figure done in just 30 seconds. That was way too difficult. These are 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I think the last one was about 20 minutes. I do quite like how these life drawings turned out. I would like to go to more classes like that, as I really enjoyed it. And I think it really helped my artwork, just that one evening of life drawing. These were turned into prints, but I'm not actually that happy with them. There's the sticker. So from where I'd planned it all the way back in July, I think, or August. Where is it? Yeah, so like this design turned into that, and I think this is about November. Again, feeling really unhappy with my artwork, so I just did some fashion poses from reference. Again, feeling really unhappy with just how everything was looking. More character designs. I was thinking about doing some Victorian ladies. Yeah, I just wrote out my feelings and then sprayed it with water and see what the effect was. These are from other sketchbooks, because at this point I was so frustrated with the sketchbook I just didn't even want to draw in it. So I started cutting up scrap pieces and just pasting them in here to keep them all together. So we have like a Shinso, if I'm saying his name right, I'm probably not. I think that's Goliath from Gargoyles. And then M from, oh, what's that show called? It's like a weird flash animation, but I kind of enjoyed it. More random sketches. Yeah. I destroyed this sketchbook on the 23rd of November, Thursday. So as you can see, I just had all these spare pages, and then I stuck in a few more drawings that were laying about on scrap paper. I still quite like this. I think that looks quite nice. I think it was plans for a Crayola drawing, but I didn't do it. That's again another thumbnail for the Broken Night. This was planning out a room design. And then the last few pages I actually ripped out because I was just so tired and sick of this sketchbook. I just really didn't enjoy it. In fact, that's not actually helping. I tried to fix the back of it, but I think we'll just have to leave it as it is. So I'm not actually sure why I didn't like that paper, because I did end up buying a couple more Seat White of Brighton sketchbooks. In fact, I have started another, but I just don't know what it is about this paper that I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it because I do like it for pencil and watercolour, but because I use biro so much, it's not suited for biro, I don't think. So yeah, so I do hope you enjoyed that sketchbook tour. It's not my best sketchbook and it's not one I'm really happy to share because of the way I treated it and the way I destroyed it, but I thought I would still share it with you to show you that I'm not always happy with my work. In fact, a great big chunk of this sketchbook, I am so unhappy with it, but I decided not to tear it up or throw it away because sometimes I need to remind myself that not everything will work out the way I intend it. Even though I did end up tearing out the last few pages because I just didn't like the idea of it being unfinished properly, so I just tore them out, which kind of messed up the binding on it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.